Well, hello there, YouTube. My name is Tony, and this is Tony Live. Yes, I'm coming kind of live to you through a action cam, and the reason for that is because I promised you guys that I would go live when I try to start this car for the first time. And live means like behind the scenes. I'm waiting for my daughter to show up, and when she shows up, she's going to take over this camera, and I'm going to stand over there. Now let me talk about just a little bit about what I'm doing here. So everything's in place, and we've already diagnosed a fuel problem. We took care of that. Now we've diagnosed an electrical problem, and we took care of that. I'm going to be showing you some more things about this X11 plug. You can see I've got it hooked up. I got one to ground, and I have one on the number 1 plug. And the reason for that is because I'm going to use this multimeter, because on my screen there you're going to find out that my tachometer is not functioning. Neither is my clock, neither is the brake lights turn signal. I checked the fuses, they're all good. I'm going to be playing with the top of this just slightly. We're going to learn a lot about this, as a matter of fact, I think. When I give this to my daughter and she takes over, it will be totally uncut. This entry might be cut because nobody's here yet. Let me show you what I've got going on down here. So this is an exhaust fan. I've already shown this in a previous video, but all it is just one of these fans. People use them in greenhouses or in ductwork, to push air from one place to another. One thing is the CO, the mixture. Like, it was not going to idle if the mixture isn't right. So I've got that hose all hooked up. You can see how I've got it all hooked up. And then if we follow that, then it comes right in. Oh, there. Oh. What was she doing? Yeah, well, the puppies, I have to get rid of these before my daughter get here. They're not going to be here. But, I thought it was kind of funny that, maybe I'll hook up the exhaust right there, and that's how you can test the CO mixture. If your puppies don't die, it's a 50-50. What do you girls say, huh? Yeah. Are you ready for a first start? Are you? All right. I know they're ready for a first start. They're tired of watching me work on this thing. Thanks for supporting me. Don't forget to subscribe. There's a lot more going on after this. There's a break-in period. We got a first oil change and all kinds of things that's going to have to happen yet. All right, girls, what do you say? Are we ready? Let's go. All right, that's hertz. So we can figure out our RPMs if it even gets close to start. Okay, Jen, charge it. Charge it. All right, go ahead. Let's go. Running, but I gotta get it up. Let's check everything real close. What was my temperatures? Smell it? You can smell?
Smell some alcohol.
We're only at 100 degrees. I just wanted to check some things and check that we don't have any leaks. It started. It started. Now there's some delicate things I need to do. I need to now... So what's happening right now is it's running way too lean is what's happening. So I need to do the mixture screw to get it set right. I mean, I can fiddle with it like this, and I can probably even break it in. But I might as well, I can already tell it needs to be tightened because I have to go down. It has to, it has to be there. So, all right, well, I got a quick start. So let me just look everything over, and then I will go in and actually start it again. Well, unfortunately, I did find a small oil leak. Nothing here, nothing on the pan, nothing anywhere that you can see until you get right back inside of here. On the back of each head, there's this plug, and it has a hex fitting. Here's some pictures of it because you can't really see it from here. And I'm having a heck of a time getting a wrench on there. But I need to get that leak fixed, and then I can go ahead and do, cycle this thing and get a heat cycle and everything. You really need to do that. Even though this doesn't have new cams and everything, you still need to heat cycle all your gaskets. Everything needs to really break in. And when I started it, I disconnected this. I didn't want to have any additional pressures until everything, until I get up to operating temperature and everything seats and I do a break-in. Then I'll go ahead and do that, and we'll do a pressure test and check all that. But right now, my biggest concern was whether or not it can start, and it did start. We can do it. I said we're going to learn more about that. Yeah, we're going to learn more about that in a future video because, I know even I did a video on this. I said, don't mess with this. Don't mess with your mixture screw. And that's true. I still stay true to that. But you notice I was playing with this a little bit. You really have to do that. Everything's new. Listen to that. Thank God I didn't have to use them, right? Yeah, I was touching this because it needed to get richer. It needed a richer adjustment, which, if we're doing adjustments, that would be clockwise on there to make it richer. Counterclockwise makes it leaner. I will be doing that, and I'll be doing a video on that port and, doing different ways of adjustment of that because it's not just with a feeler gauge or something like that. There'll be another video that's going to dive into all this more, as far as the break-in and adjustment and getting the thing to idle nice and smooth. If you guys noticed in the video, this engine didn't shake at all. And I'm doing it over there. And I also want to point out, did you notice the timing was really nice too? Yeah, people said, oh, your timing's off. Well, not on the 560. That's what we have that thing for down there. That takes care of our timing. As long as we have the distributor put in properly and that our lobes were proper, which we do. I have a video on all that. So all the timing is handled by all that. So you saw how nice and smooth the engine was. It didn't shake whatsoever. And yet we didn't have a good fuel mixture. So I'm going to be working on that. And I'm going to take care of that leak in the back. And then I'm going to go ahead and take care of a break-in. So I don't want to bore you guys anymore. It's kind of late in the day and everything, and I'd like to get this video out. It's pretty much uncut. This is how it all happened. Everybody left already because they know that I have a little oil leak. But it's not a major thing. As long as I can get back there and take care of that leak, everything's going to be great, really. And I'll set that mixture, and it'll be perfect. As far as the Flowtech rebuild, I think it worked pretty good as well. So, all right, you guys. All I can say for now is thanks again for watching.